Hello viewers, you join us today where we are riding the Ultraviolette F77. Now this ride here has been a much awaited product in the Indian market and it's finally here where we have ridden it in Bangalore today. Now this ride here is the Recon variant. There are actually three variants: the Standard, the Recon and the Limited. The Limited was limited to only 77 units and that is now sold out and reserved for specific buyers only. So technically the Recon right here is the top end variant. So we've got two ride experiences today. One is at the Mecco Katopia circuit and one is at the Nandi Hills in Bangalore. Now I don't need to really talk much about this design because it says everything you need to know once you look at it. It has sharp styling, aggressive edges in every corner and it's just a great motorcycle to look at. Now Ultraviolette had earlier a technology where they had removable batteries where the side panels used to open and you could take out the batteries and charge them. Although they have now done away with that system, the battery is now attached inside and is a non-removable unit. The design of this motorcycle has been inspired from the F Fighter jets. Now I really love the F Fighter jet and if you ask me, there's something really cool about this, and this one right here clearly looks like the F22 Raptor, which is one of the most powerful fighter jets in the world. Now what we get here is the largest battery pack seen in an EV motorcycle in India. So here you have a 10.3 kilowatt hour battery pack and this propels a motor to put out around 38.9 horsepower and 95 Nm of peak torque. There are also three riding modes which again are jet fighter inspired. So you have Glide, which is the low mode, then you have Combat, which is the mid mode, and the top end mode is called Ballistic. Ultraviolette says that this motorcycle is able to do a 0 to 60 km/h run in just 3.1 seconds, while 0 to 100 km/h takes about 8 seconds. This Recon variant gets a top speed of 147 km/h compared to the 140 km/h top speed on the Standard variant. Now this throttle is well modulated and the power is delivered really well to the rear wheels. Even in the ballistic mode, I really didn't have any problems. It just took a matter of getting used to, after which I was really comfortable with the motorcycle. Now this rides on 17-inch alloy wheels and one of the highlights for me was this new MRF rubber that they have used. Now Ultraviolette have been working with MRF for over a year to develop these tires. A special aspect is that they are W rated tires, which means that they are more than enough for all your needs, be it on the road or on the track. Now this variant right here gets a IDC range of 307 kilometers and this battery also supports fast charging. So with the slow charging, you are able to get 35 kilometers per hour of charging the vehicle, and with the fast charging, you are able to get 75 kilometers per hour of charge.
The acceleration feels linear for the initial part and I could feel a burst of torque come in at around 35 km/h and stay all the way to around 80 km/h. In ballistic mode, the acceleration is more urgent and the bike gets really quick, so a new rider will have to get used to the feeling of the throttle. Of the little time I spent in glide mode, I feel that it does keep the power in check and is adequate for commuting needs. On the one open stretch that I encountered, I was able to get to a top speed of around 120 km/h. Riding this EV was a good experience because of how it performed throughout each of the sessions in the day. There was no drop in power or any thermal issues that I faced. At the go-kart track, I spent around 30 minutes riding the bike hard in ballistic mode and it went on without any problems even on a hot sunny afternoon. There was no drop in performance even while climbing uphill at Nandi Hills. Something I noticed was that once the motor was armed, the rear wheel prevented the bike from moving backward, essentially like a hill hold feature. This did get a little annoying while trying to take quick U-turns from a standstill, although there is a way to activate the reverse mode and use the throttle to get out of such a situation. The 41mm upside down fork is covered with panels to keep the look as futuristic and flight ready as possible, while a monoshock unit takes care of rear suspension duties. Both ends get preload adjustability in this Recon variant. This setup worked well to tackle the few undulations along the way, although the roads heading up Nandi Hills and the track had well paved surfaces, so we will have to talk more about this suspension in a detailed road test review. Through a set of corners is where this thing impresses the most, as it feels extremely stable and planted. Even though this bike is really heavy with a curb weight of 207 kilos, it feels really nimble once it is on the go. Braking is handled by a 320mm disc brake at the front and a 230mm disc brake at the rear with the aid of dual channel ABS. These brakes are sharp and you get good feedback with just 2 fingers on the front brake lever. The ABS is switchable between single channel and dual channel but cannot be completely switched off. As far as first impressions go, this performance-bred EV from Ultraviolette is surely a step in the right direction for the brand. They have taken their time to develop the F77 after they started out in 2016. With a well-calibrated throttle, nimble handling characteristics, no thermal issues and grippy rubber, the F77 was a really exciting motorcycle to spend the day with. I surely had a blast riding it around the go-kart track as it gave me the confidence to ride harder, lean further and quickly power out of corners. What is going to be a challenge for the brand is convincing interested customers to shell out this kind of money for a performance-bred EV when the agenda for most people today is practicality. With the 307km riding range, we hope to test the F77 further to see if it will be a good companion for weekend rides out of town.
Prices for the standard variant of the Ultraviolette F77 start at 3.80 lakh ex-showroom, and this Recon variant right here is priced at 4.55 lakh ex-showroom. Now this price makes it the most expensive electric motorcycle on sale in India, but it was a hoot to ride around the track and in Nandi Hills today. So let us know in the comment section below what you think of the Ultraviolette F77 and whether you're going to make the change to EVs with this one right here. Thanks for watching the Bike India channel. Subscribe, like and follow for more content like this.